Hello there, and welcome to one more episode of Techia. Today, I want to speak to you about why is IT hiring so many people that don't know how to code around the world? Well, today I will explain you why are these people important to work inside the tech world, although they do not code. And we will be following four main areas where these people can help, where you can bring added value to a tech company. Let's start with the first one. And we will start with the most creative one, which is products. So every time you use a digital tool, a tech tool, something that you know really well, like a Spotify, Uber, Airbnb, well, there's people behind that tool, behind that platform that had to think very, very well what are the kind of features, the kind of things that our users need to make in this app. Why do they need this kind of app to achieve a certain result? So there are people behind those tools that need to think product wise. How can I give my customers what they really need? Something like being able to call a cab in 1 minute, something like arranging a home to stay in the other side of the world that is a whole apartment I can use, or even maybe hear a podcast while I'm driving, do my own playlists, share my own playlist with my friends. All of these characteristics, let's say, are called features inside the technology world. And they have specialized people, usually called product managers, product owners, to think about what's the best experience we can give to our customers. These people usually don't code. So, this is the first area that I will speak to you about on how to work in tech without coding, focusing on the product itself, building the product itself, knowing the audience, knowing the customers, and understanding what is the best solution for their problem. Let's now go to our second area here, and that is focus in the process. So every time we want to build something, we have several people together joining efforts in order to create something new. So they need to follow a process. That process is usually Scrum. So that is basically a framework, let's say, that every 2 weeks the team will plan what they will deliver in those 2 weeks. They have several meetings aligned day in and day out in order to make sure that they can give the best output possible. So, usually, this Scrum process has someone behind the Scrum Master, which is, as the name says, the master of Scrum. So, this is also one role in which you don't need to know how to code and that you can work into tech with. So, focusing in processes, that's our second area here. And usually, we can call these people Scrum Masters, Agile coaches, very process oriented. Let's now go to our third area, which is people. So, if we are dealing with people and a company is growing, bringing in more and more people, we need someone else, other people, to manage those people. So, here we will focus on people managers, people that are leading people. In here, we usually call these people delivery managers, engineering managers, and although we have some of them that code, we also have people on these roles that don't know how to code. Why? Because their focus is not coding. Their focus is to help these people, these teams, to achieve better results professionally, to be better professionals, to know how to deal with difficult situations, to know how to progress in their careers, how to do better. So their focus is not the coding itself, but it's the people instead. And this is more and more of a tendency as the tech market begins to be difficult. There are so many companies hiring that, well, if you do have a good manager, you will want to stay. But if not, well, you will easily move to another company. So, this is why it's so important to have a great manager inside the tech world. This is also a role that you can have. So, as we said, delivery manager, engineering manager, focusing on people. That was our third area. Let's now move to our fourth and last area in which you can work in tech without coding, and that is projects. So, every time we have something new to develop, we need to understand how long it will take, what are the requirements, what are the timelines. And although this project orientation is more common in more corporate companies, let's say, in which they don't use an agile approach, they don't use Scrum as I spoke about earlier, but they use a waterfall approach, everything more or less defined in order to deliver something in a certain time, they usually hire project managers. So, people that are responsible to make the project happen, to be dealing with the several stakeholders, let's say, organizing, planning, and making sure that things happen on time with the right quality. So, our fourth area here is project management, being focused on the delivery of the projects themselves. So these are the four focus that I wanted to share with you about, with roles that will help you to work in tech without coding. So recapping, we spoke about products, process, people, and projects. Our four main areas here. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope I helped you to be a little bit closer to that career change into the amazing technology world. Let me invite you to my masterclass happening this month, in which I will teach you how to work in technology without coding. Join me to find out the amazing opportunities tech has for you. I hope to see you there.